Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everard's, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie and Co-Estate Agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon and welcome on to this Watchalong show with me. I'll be joined by hopefully Michael in the next 10 minutes. So let's get going. So the big news is today Fofana is left out of the squad with possibly Chelsea. I'm getting everyone's views on that. I put the link in the chat to make sure anyone wants to their word. But on the positive note, we have had Jamie Vardy sign a 2-year extension onto his contract, so he's here to 2024, which is an amazing thing to come out of the news recently, especially in the last week as we've been doing with Fofana. Get some comments in. After guys, Fofana, I believe when played, would be getting the I think Long and Harden, with disrespect, he's done, we've worked so hard to get him to match fitness again after a horrific injury last season, in the pre-season, and we worked so hard to back to match fitness for him just to go, what, I want to just go to another club after a deal. This doesn't go well in my book, so yes, as well. So brilliant fact, Mendy was great last season, and the was impacted him for a long pre-season. I agree. I think when Pratt came on against Arsenal and against Brentford, to be fair, he changed the dynamics of the game. It's a real good chance for me. I think it's a good opportunity for different players to step up now when I'm not in the first team. So speaking of teams, let's look at the top lineup. Put the lineups in the score at the bottom, but those who can't see that this is the lineup. So we've got Danny Ward in goal, Stanio right back, Justin left back, we've got Daniel Hartley and Johnny Evans as captain as fullbacks, Didi in that CDM position. We've got Barnes on the left back, fresh back from injury, looks solid and free to the 50%. His mark up. Perez making his first time. He started a long time in the right wing, which is, we haven't had a right wing in Maddison against that time Vardy, where I think he can actually keep Vardy better. So I like that move from Brendan Rodgers. Who's before Maddison as a central midfielders and Jamie Vardy have on his own. So we've gone with a 4-1-4-1, which is different to what we usually play, but liking the formation so far, what I've seen. Get some more comments in. We'll go on with Rogers. We took it away. Well, we did took it away. We find not very good. So I'm sorry. Let me just tell what we'll I'll put on the screen, and we will be back in a moment because I'll sort out this tech issue. Is that any better? Can anyone hear me better now? I've tried to reset. Is that any better? Please let me know. Yes, Ben, I'll try and read you coming out again if sound is fixed, but I will make sure that it's fixed before we continue. Yes. Okay, no problem. I'll be back in a few minutes before the game starts with the microphone.
Okay, I've tried putting a microphone in. Hopefully this is better. See if this works. Can anyone hear me through the microphone? Is that better? Can anyone hear me through the stream? If that's so, please put a comment in. Yeah, good. Thank you. Brilliant. Let me make sure that's good. So the players have walked out and they're doing the lineups on the screen. I agree with Ivan. We need 3 points. I can't explain how much we need this 3 points. We'll shoot it right from the table. It'll settle the nerves. We're at home, with all this Fafana stuff going around. Need to put out a good, solid performance. And I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but I feel sorry for Brendan. When 1 or 2 years before the game's due to be started, one of your biggest players has said, "I don't want to play anymore." Do you think that's going to put a spanner in the works, or do you think his head's all over the place, or do you think he has? We know Brendan doesn't have mainly a plan B, but I kind of do feel sorry for Brendan in a way because all the stuff going on behind the doors is crazy. Go back to Ben's comment. We'll go one up. Rogers panics, brings on every defensive player and his disposal, and we chuck it away. Well, we saw it against Brentford. We didn't necessarily bring on a defensive player, but what happened was we didn't make any changes. That we brought Daka on, and then he said his players were fatigued. So, he shot his foot self in the foot there. Fofana, I believe, won't play for us again, and he's treated us with disrespect. The family. The quicker he goes, the better. We have shown him so much love, and he said, "This club is my family." Well, when a player, as I said before, we've trained him up back from being a horrific leg injury to, bringing him back to fitness, or the physio still paying his wages, and he just says, "You know what? I'm not going to play." Is just for me just ludicrous. I don't think so, Graham. I think if he had opportunity to play, I think Brendan would have played him. If Fofana said he wanted to play, Brendan would have absolutely played him. So I don't think it was Brendan's choice. I think Fofana is forcing himself out of a move and doing anything he possibly can to do that move. I think if Kag is on the bench, I definitely think he should have played because I think he's better than. Apparently, I think he's way better than Amati. Amati was really good last season, but I think this season I don't think he's improving. But we are about to kick off at the King Power. I know I might be 1 or 2 minutes behind you, but hey ho, that's what life is. That is what life is. Hopefully, Michael should be joining us very soon. I haven't seen any activity from him, but hopefully we should be soon. But we have kicked off at the King Power Stadium, and immediately Southampton hoof it up the field towards Danny Ward. Danny Ward collects, and Perez is on the right-hand side, passing it to Maddison, back to Perez. So at the moment, we're immediately passing it around the final third with Evans, passing it to Barnes on the left, and we are just at the moment just flinging it across the back, as we usually do, trying to bring the pressure onto ourselves. Hopefully it goes better than it did last week, where we just bottled it. But Southampton on the front foot, pressuring us into our final third. But Vardy's on the counter-attack, and he was saying he was held by a Southampton player, and it is not giving us a free kick. Play on. But almost a great counter-attack from Vardy, but not allowed to continue his run, but no free kick given. Afternoon, lads. Let's hope our season starts. I agree. I think we need a good, solid win. We have to, stamp authority on the game early and not, be passive at any point in the game. I agree, Ivan. I think he's just spoiled. I think he just wants the money. He doesn't care about, other people or the club. He just wants the money. And I know I said it in Phil's stream last week. I don't want to play like that. So I want him. I don't want him at the club. At least Tielemans didn't sign a new deal. But Leicester City on the counter-attack with Vardy trying to go forward. And it was tripped in the box. Is it going to be a penalty? It's pointed for a goal kick. Will this be reviewed? I agree. Ward needs a top game. I think it's a very disappointing game. But was he held by the Southampton player? Yes or no? Is it going to go to VAR? Most likely not, because everyone hates Leicester City with VAR. Well, Vardy's made 2 runs and he's stopped by the same player, but not going to be looked for a penalty. But no, Vardy's made 2 runs and was stopped, so it looks very bright already. Maddison being in the middle has looked really good. Marty almost slips up with the ball, but manages to get it to Evans in time. Almost a mistake from Marty, but cleared, and with Castagna running up the right hand side of the wing. Yeah, he did the same at Etienne. You know, when he was at Etienne, he forced a move out, and this is his personality. You know, he doesn't care about the. Wait, look at Vardy. He's signing a new 2-year contract extension because he cares about the club, and you know he appreciates what Leicester City have done for him. Barnes runs down the middle. He shoots, and it's blocked in the box. Oh, we've looked so bright already. We've had Vardy making 2 counter-attack runs, and Barnes runs into the middle of the box. He tries to shoot, but it is blocked. I don't mind if he goes for 70 million at this point, because I don't want him at the club. I think he's just so childish and ungrateful. But, you know, yes, come on, you Foxes. We've looked, apart from the first 30 seconds where Southampton presses against our side of the pitch, we've looked the more aggressive side. Perez tries to cross, he couldn't, and it is a corner to Leicester City in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, Vardy is a grateful player. He's appreciates, you know, he came from grassroots football to playing in the Premier League, and he appreciates everything that Leicester have done to help him grow. So I think that's why he showed his commitment to the club by signing the deal. Indeed, tries to header it in from the corner, but couldn't. Goes back out to James Maddison, back to James Hall, and it is a throw into Leicester City. I'll send him for 50 million. I won't send him for 50 million. I'll send him for a bit more. But you know, you can't expect to sign a 5-year contract extension and expect us to go, you know what, we won't say for less money, because I think that, I don't know what he's on about, but you know. I don't agree with the valuation, but I do agree with someone loyal. Definitely get someone more loyal in. Oh, come on, that's a free kick. He's done that 3 times now. Dragged down a player. Okay, I think it's a free kick. Yeah, is it? Is it a free kick to Leicester City? That should be a free kick to Leicester City, surely. That's 3 times now. He's put his arms all over a player and they've gone down. Thank you, Gray, for the £5 donation. Really helps towards the stream. Really appreciate it. Here's to Jamie Vardy. Oh, Jamie Vardy, I agree. I think Vardy wants to put his foot down and go, this is why I've signed my contract. This is why I want to be at Leicester. So let's hope he puts that contract encouragement into the game. He's worth sentiment because he's already made a massive impact into the game. He's really young, really high quality defender. He's highly rated. So at this day and age, the price has got to be upwards and upwards of 70 million. And to be honest, if Maguire's worth 80, then you got to look around that price mark for a 21-year-old. Yeah, I think it was better. Audio's gone. Sorry. I've had tech issues all morning, so I do apologize. Is it better? Back? Okay, I've tried again to restart my settings. Is that any better? Just FYI, the game's still going along. Southampton had the free kicks in our half, but they are now on the counter attack. Flicked over and it's gone back to Danny Ward. Good. Okay, we're back. Just to say, Castagne's trying to push on the right. Dewsbury Hall has passed it back to Marty, back to Evans. And it's hoofed up to Jamie Vardy on the left-hand side, but collected by Southampton, and it's firmly in their hands. Good. All good. Fixed. Right. I'm still trying to get hold of Michael just in case I do go out again, because it's not fair if I keep on having to pause the stream. But hey-ho, technology does not work the way we want to sometimes. So, is there any comments whilst I was gone? No, it's just my sign comments. But James Maddison tries to run up the field, and it is cleared off for a Leicester City throw-in. Dewsbury Hall is on the left, trying to pass it through the middle. Barnes tries to hook it through to the centre of the box, but couldn't get it. Southampton on the counter-attack with 3 players. It's 3 against 4. Southampton sprinting down the right-hand side. Dewsbury Hall, great tackle. And brought down Mara, but I think it will be a corner kick. But it's brilliant tackle, good comeback. I think that's what someone said. Ivan said, nice cut-off. I think this is what you meant by nice cut-off with that tackle. I'm a little bit behind with the stream, so I do apologise. But yeah, great tackle by Dewsbury Hall. Southampton have a corner, good cross in, good defending by Vardy from the right outside the box. Southampton have the shot. Ward saves and collects it. Spills it, but he did get it. So Ward has still got his clean sheet for today as it stands. But we'll pass it to Evans, to Dewsbury Hall, down to Justin. Justin hoofs it up to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy runs. It is quite long, and he's going to collect it in the Southampton corner flag on the left-hand side. Tries to cut in, crosses, heads. Oh, Southampton tries to cliff, miss it, but it's still in the box in the danger area. Southampton clears, and it's on the right-hand side, but back into the area and hoofed out for in the middle of the pitch. Still dreading corners. I am, but we've seemed to have been clearing set pieces quite well this game, but so done okay. They don't have a good defense against us. We've scored a lot against them recently, and we beat them 4-1 on the last game of the season here. So, but with Fafana not being in there, we don't look as strong at the moment. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I've been trying to sort out other things along the side with the stream, technical issues, and trying to see if bring Michael in, but it is all over the place. I do apologise. So the moment for mine, it's the 13th minute. Ward has the ball, looking very calm. It looks 50-50. It doesn't look like we started off really well with a few counter-attacks, but it looks 50-50 now. We need to settle down and give the ball to Vardy. But Vardy's got the ball in the penalty area, trying to go down the left-hand side, but tackled, and it's cleared back to Dewsbury Hall, though. Back to Dewsbury Hall again. Dances way through, crosses it in, but tackled. Cross it into the back post. Perez shoots, flutes it, and it's gone. Oh, lucky by Perez. Tries to shoot on the volley, but miskicks it. Maddison shoots it, is blocked. Oh, unlucky. This is a dangerous attack by Leicester. We've had a few good chances to shoot, but they've been blocked. Well, I've had mic issues all morning, so I do apologise for advance for any mic issues. A moment just passing around the midfield for Marty and Ndidi. Maddison, what I like about this, Maddison comes back to CDM role, gets the ball and runs back up to the field to try and feed it back to Vardy. So I like the movement there from Maddison. Great pass on to Castagna. Pass it back up to Maddison. Maddison's outside the box. Oh, Southampton tackle, but again back with Castagna, back to a Marty in the middle of the pitch. Back to Justin. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall has it back to, I can't see, it's too pixelated. Who has it on the left? Harvey Barnes to Dewsbury Hall. Back to Maddison. Maddison tries to plate it up for someone outside the box, but couldn't. Indeed, he wins it back. Paris has the ball outside the box, but tackled again. We just can't get the last shot before we get tackled. And it's gone out for a Southampton throw. For a Leicester City throw, going off a player. Back with Ndidi. Back with Marty. Pass the right hand side to Castagna. Castagna has the ball, tries to find a place to whip it in, whips it into the middle. No one there, and headed straight back out for outside the penalty area. So Southampton tried to counter, but Maddison trips him up and it's a Southampton free kick. Perez looks disappointed. He should have had a goal there, but he couldn't get that final touch on the ball correctly. Yes, he's trying to. They're just doing the shot now. Very, very unlucky by Perez, but very difficult technique. Southampton the ball. The counter-attacking. Southampton in the box. Good defending. Good block. Passed out to Dewsbury Hall and well defended. Evans has it on the left-hand side of the pitch, and we're just trying to play it out gently without trying to lose the ball. Great pass out, and we're free. Trying to make a counter-attack again. Switched over to the right to Perez. I'm just trying to calm the game down by passing around the back. If a voice still sounds rubbish or cut out, please let me know, because I have no idea unless someone tells me. So please let me know. Really bad tackle on Castagna there, but I don't know any players' names, but really bad tackle on Castagna. This is going to be a booking. No, it's just going to be a free kick. It's just going to be a free kick. But yeah, really bad late tackle there. Just, I don't know how that isn't a yellow card, but it is not. It is a standard free kick. Look decent so far. A few iffy moments, but look solid up front so far. Apart from the last moment, we just get tackled. But Perez has the ball, tries to whip it in, but blocked. That's the thing. We just can't get past their defense. Either they block it or we get tackled. Great tackle by Perez to bring back the ball, though, outside of the box. That's a free kick to Perez, surely, and we've won in the final third. We won a free kick. The only reason why I don't think Cags has had game time is because he might be injured. I think he should have started ahead of Marty, but, you know, we don't know the stuff behind doors, or maybe Sancho might be going. I don't know, but if he puts Marty ahead of him, we got to support him. But cross into the middle. Castagna tries to get it, couldn't get it. Oh, tried to have it backwards, but it's a Leicester City corner. Almost there. Almost there. Come on, lads. Yes, come on, lads. Let's get this win. Come on. We've looked decent so far. We've looked decent so far. We do not want these sort of comments. We want, come on, Leicester comments. Maddison with the corner. Whips it into the middle. Heads away by Southampton. That's how you do it with a corner. Not like us when we let it in every corner in last season. Brendan Rodgers slated every player. last season. He's just, after the Forest game, slated everybody, saying we need changes. That hasn't come, but not easy to watch a game at a cinema. I don't think it would be. No, I don't think it would be. But at least you get to watch the game. At least you get to enjoy the game. As long as as long as it's in front of you, the better. Come on, Leicester boys. Yes, come on, Leicester City. No Saints fans allowed. Brilliant by Johnny Evans. Heads up to Maddison. Maddison heads it forwards. Oh, unlucky. It's just that final third. We're just not clicking. But Dewsbury Hall always comes back to pressure, but great defending there on the left-hand side with Justin. Always cuts off the pass. And we've got the ball back in our final third with Amati passing up to Barnes. Barnes passes back to Amati. Amati flicks it over to the middle, but gives the ball away stupidly in a silly area. But luckily, King is there to tidy it up. And indeed, he's with the ball. Maddison's on the right with Perez. Perez runs up with the ball, tries to make some space, passes it back to Castagna. Castagna passes it back to Perez on the right-hand side, not enough room. Flicks it back to Castagna. Castagna tries to get through, tackled. And it's a great tackle, barge off the ball. Southampton hit it forwards again. We're not quick enough. Southampton are reading our plays too easily. Great little flicky through there by Dewsbury Hall with the ball. Tries to find space but couldn't. Southampton are all at the back. They can't do anything, but great flick through by Maddison. Can't get through their final defence line. We have to go round the wing. We cannot go through down the middle. They're just always swarmers. But Southampton now on the counter-attack. On the great block by James Justin there, stopping the counter-attack in its tracks, and we get the ball back. But Dewsbury Hall losing the middle of the pitch quite stupidly. And Southampton got the pressure again on us in our half. Tielemans just sat on the bench today. I don't know what he's thinking, but we are predictable. We progress the ball really well to their final third, to around their box, but then we just either gets deflected or blocked. So we have to find a different way to get through. But Southampton are holding up really well, but so are we. So it's going to be whoever has the first advantage first. But free kick to Harvey Barnes in the final third, turn to be taken slowly. It gives defenders a chance to come back for Southampton. I can't pronounce his name, but one of Southampton's defenders has had a lot of fouls. He should be getting a warning soon because he has brought down Dewsbury Hall. Vardy made some silly tackles on the side of the box, so should be very careful. Castagna on the right hand side with the ball to Maddison. Maddison back to Amati. Amati to probably to Evans, most likely. No, back to Maddison. Maddison to Castagna on the right hand side. Maddison back to Maddison. Tries to flick it through to Perez, but couldn't. Drawn back, and Southampton have the ball again. But Perez stops it with Ndidi in the middle of the pitch. Come on, we need to be quicker. We get too slow. We need to be quicker. Was they just going to stop us? Castagna tries to get the ball. Southampton win it back, and it is back in their penalty area. Southampton again trying to make a counter attack, and Marty couldn't block it, but indeed he does. Great play by Marty, and indeed they're getting the ball back from Southampton, and again they're on the right hand side. 1-2 with Dewsbury Hall. Cross into the middle with Vardy there, but too far wide. It's gone straight back to the other side for a Leicester City throw-in. Hoofed out by Southampton. We look good at moments and we look bad at moments. It's just 50-50 at the moment. It looks 50-50 at the moment. 50-50. Now, it's very frustrating at the moment. It's very, very frustrating. But, let's look at scores on the doors around the Premier League. So at the moment, Fulham are beating Brentford 2-0 at home. Funny about Brentford beat Manchester United 4-0 last week. It is 0-0 with at Everton. It is 1-0 at Crystal Palace, and Wolves lost to Spurs at the London Stadium earlier on today. So those are the scores at the doors for the Premier League. But go back to the Leicester game. Castagne's the right hand side, trying to run in with Perez on the right hand side. Tries to cross in the middle with Castagne. Castagne gets blocked and it's scooted by the keeper, but so close to getting there. You try talking for non-stop. I was meant to have a co-host today, and he's not come on so far. So sometimes I need a break from talking. Okay. Plus, I've had mic issues, so bear with me. And plus, there's no point of me rambling on the same stuff all the time around the middle of the pitch. So whenever something's interesting happens, that's when I will bring in the updates. Marty slipped up with the ball, counter attack from Southampton. That should be offside, but it's not. Southampton is 1-1 with the keeper, and it's 1-0 to Southampton. It is given offside. It was given offside, apparently. Well, this will go to VAR, but that was all of Marty's fault there. Yeah, clearly offside, but that wasn't Marty's fault. If he didn't mess up that kick, he was onside, then that was it. It was 1-0 to Southampton. Very, very lucky that was offside. Mara was very, very early there, but if he wasn't, we'll be in the dumps already. Yeah, he hasn't cost us yet, but he almost did. Avsunchu should be on for me. Yeah, and Marty again, he got the ball back, tries to hoof it up, miskicked, and the ball went behind him, and Southampton got a clear counter-attack, but luckily there was run was too early, and they got disallowed as offside. But speaking of counter-attacking, we're on the left-hand side. It's crossed into the middle, but cleared away by Southampton. We're not finding a clear path to goal. Southampton, the moment, have had the better chances than us. Very frustrating so far. Very, very, very frustrating as a Leicester fan at this moment in time. I think he's a great backup player, but this is what I mean about Fofana. His actions are costing us. Brendan Rodgers was forced to play Amati because Fofana decided not to play in the game. He made Brendan Rodgers change tactics. Brendan Rodgers, he's the manager. He should be able to adapt, but he's causing this much disruption. What could a Brendan Rodgers do? If Sunchu's not fully fit, then he can't play. This is a very, very full-on game. Lots of tackles. Referees trying to make it flow a bit more, but Maddison tries to head it into the middle with Vardy. Vardy headers, and it's gone wide. Well, we're looking. The reason why we've not made any transfers is because we've got no room to make the transfers. We've not got enough budget, and we've got enough big of a squad already. We needed to sell players in order to buy players, but we had the depth. But we've got Evans, we've got Fofana's potentially go. Maybe it just Fofana does go. We can bring in a few defenders to make it up. But again, we don't want another Vestergaard situation, so hopefully it doesn't bring us to that. That's the thing, Gray. I don't know why we're not cutting in the middle, but the problem is we try to cross it, they whack it out. We try to run down the middle, they just stomp on us. We did it at the beginning of the game. We just Vardy hoofed it was a Vardy and made the counter attack, almost made them make a mistake, but we've stopped doing that and we're struggling. I think Fofana's going to go. I think he's going to force his way out. The Kaz unhappy camp with Fofana in there, so hopefully the club make this right decision and make him go. Yes, but last January we didn't make any signings at all. Nothing. And again, yes, we picked up at the very end of the season in my opinion, a very good position coming 8th after the start of the season we had with all the injuries. But this is the problem about making any signings. It doesn't freshen up the team, and you can get in a bit of a rut, which you are now. But no, for Southampton are just sitting at the back, camping at the back, waiting for the counter attack, which has almost worked. But hopefully we can all put our stomp on the game and make sure we can get ahead soon. I agree. Let him go to Chelsea. Look at Chilwell. He wanted the bigger move, and look at him. He's got injured, and he's not played at all since he's joined them. I'm not saying I want him to be injured, but in football, you have to take your time when it comes, and he's trying to force a move now. But if they've got world-class players, they've just signed Koulibaly, who starts with Fofana, Koulibaly, they've got world-class players, and Fofana won't get games all the time. I don't know. He just wants the money. That's the reason why he's moving. He wants the money. He doesn't care about the club. He knows he's good. He knows he wants to get money, so he's joining a club that can pay him more. That is it for me. After his attitude this past week, that's all he wants, and he's proven it. I agree. And look at Vardy. He's getting small rumours about Manchester United sniffing for him. Deal done. Saying at Leicester City. Fofana, nope, I want gone. I will delete all my social medias from Leicester City. I will follow Chelsea players. I will, saying, oh, this is all fake, immediately deleting it. So it's obviously not fake. Saying players I don't want to play. Completely wrong attitude. If you don't want to say Leicester, surely your mind can't change that much after 5 months. I don't know, but obviously he has. We've taken a short break in the game because Southampton's keeper, Bazunu, has had an injury. He's on the floor. He needs some treatment. Yeah. Maybe we want Champions League football, and we messed up Champions League football and European football last season. And if he wants to play Champions League football, I just think his attitude to make this move has been awful. That's why I'm really, really annoyed. And if he wants to play Champions League football, you go ahead. But when you signed your deal in March, the situation where we were not, in the table, we weren't looking good. So you might have known we weren't going to get into European football. Why sign a deal then? And then now we go, I want Champions League football. I don't know. But back into the game, Southampton have got a throw-in from the right-hand side. Hoofs it straight to the middle. It is cleared by Johnny Evans. Back to the Southampton player on the right-hand side. Crossed in again. He tried to flick it around indeed. He couldn't, and he kicked it out for a Leicester City goal kick. That's what I said in Phil's show. When will it stop? Chelsea is one of the top teams in the Premier League. What happens if he wants to play for Barcelona or he wants to play for Real Madrid? PSG, Manchester City even, those are the sort of teams that are the next step up. And, he'll do the same thing or force his way out of Chelsea. And his attitude is horrible. Wrong attitude and should go, but it's harsh to say this. It's all about money. He's not going to be treated like Chilwell. He'll be starting. He's so much better than more prospects than Chilwell. Just need to get the deal done. I think most of it is about the only reason why he's going is because of the money. He's like, if he was given the same money, I don't like he talks offering more money. So it's always about, and some aspects about money. But I just think his, what Leicester have done for him in terms of his recover, is his treatment, his recovery, it's just I think it's just awful. I agree, Gray. This is the problem. We wait so long to score, and then we can't score, and then we bottle it, or we score one goal and then lose it at the end of the game. So we need a goal soon. Well, that's been our, that's been Leicester City. We find a young talent, we brought him up, sell him for double the money we bought him for, triple the money. Look at, look at Chilwell. We brought him up, sold him for a lot of money. Great tackle by Justin from the Southampton counter attack. Yeah, I don't think any Leicester fan respects him anymore. I think so. The way he's dealt with it, I think it's just best if he can't. How bad would it be if he does stay, and he plays? The fans aren't going to warm to him. I wouldn't be cheering for Fana if he does a good tackle, because, well, I want the team to do well, and what he's done to the team's morale, I don't think is very good. Yeah, and it's frustrating us. The way they're playing this game is frustrating us. We can't get through. We're better in every state of the pitch apart from their final third, and they're getting the ball every single time. It's really frustrating. And this is how you beat Leicester. This is how you beat Leicester. Will Prowse will either score a stunning free kick, or they'll get a mad counter attack. But this is a must-win game for me. But great flick onto Castagna on the right-hand side. But again, the closes down. We can't get through. We lose the ball again in the midfield, and Southampton can counter-attack. But great win back by Perez. From Didi to the left to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes trying to run through, but it's brought down. Is it going to be a free kick to Leicester? I don't know. I can't look at it. I think it might be a free kick to Leicester City. Yes, it is a free kick to Leicester City. Do you think Tielemans, what he's done is worse than Fofana? Let's discuss that. Would you respect if both players go, who would you respect less, Fofana or Tielemans? But let's say they've got a corner on the left-hand side of the box with Maddison taking the free kick. Whipped in by Maddison. Keeper save, and it's gone out for a Leicester City corner. I was going for a throwing, sorry. He must have hit it better than I thought. The way I think it, though, is isn't actually better he hasn't signed a new deal, because maybe he's like, I don't want to stay and it'll be easier for me to go. But Fofana signed a new deal, and that makes it really difficult for him to go, because we need to make the money, and he doesn't want to go and he wants to go. So I think what Fofana's done has made things a lot more difficult. But Southampton are in numbers, counter-attacking on the left-hand side. Leicester City have now got numbers back, so hopefully be able to defend this, but Southampton looking dangerous. Whipped into the middle, defended well by Castagna. Just Perez has the ball, pass it to the middle to Maddison, back to Castagna, back to Perez. This is in our half. Who's up to the halfway line? Vardy trying to counter-attack, but not allowed by a few Southampton players, and it's free kick to Leicester City on the near the halfway line. I agree. None of them have been professional. In my eyes, I just think, make it obvious if you're saying or going. Vardy's made it very obvious he's staying by signing a deal. Maybe you don't want to sign a deal, but, be the worst thing is he's not being open with the fans, or either of them aren't being open with the fans. And I think it's just all speculation. I think that's what's ever getting them frustrated. So also at the doors, it's still the same as I said earlier. 1-1 at Crystal Palace, 0-0 at Everton, 2-0 to Fulham, 0-0 at our game, and Bournemouth are playing Leicester against Arsenal. Southampton have the ball again, running down the right hand side, trying to counter attack, but we are not allowing them to do it easily. I'm getting nervous now. We haven't scored yet. We should be doing stuff. We should be trying to make things happen, but we're not. Closest we've been is Maddison's free kick, where it went top left corner, but great save by Southampton's keeper. But we're on the counter on the right side with Barnes. Barnes passes through to middle to Vardy. Couldn't quite reach him, and it's well tackled by Southampton, and it's a Southampton throwing on the left hand side. I think what Brendan Rodgers has done for the club is brilliant. He won us a FA Cup, Community Shield, consecutive fifth place finishes. Yes, we technically did bottle Champions League as a position we're in, but we came fifth twice, guaranteeing European football. But that season we didn't achieve anything. So this season we have to see, positivity and a difference in the team. But we haven't seen that yet. So I kind of agree with you, Gray. He's not like when isn't we haven't seen improvement for a while. So when is that going to be enough? Well, that's the thing. We are a stepping stone club. We are a stepping stone club. You've got the top clubs in the league. You've got Leicester, then you've got the rest of the league, and with that, you're going to bottom league. Like for example, Maguire, Hull City to Leicester to United. Obviously, it hasn't gone well at United, but you know what I mean with the middle ground. Well, I don't think for a while Ten Hag has just arrived there, but things aren't looking. We're in the two worst state clubs in the league, United and Leicester. I think we're both in really similar, well, not similar positions, but we're both in a rut at the moment. I don't know. Probably Graham Potter or Poch, maybe, but where we have to winning this game is key. It is almost half time, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. At least we're not losing, but we need to be winning. Let's just have another free kick on the left-hand side. Whipped in by Maddison, caught by the keeper. Easy. Easy, easy. He went on his own will against Selfridge to join Leicester. Maybe there might be a point where he's done all he can for Leicester, but I still think with the state of the players, with obviously with what's going on in the transfer window with Fofana and Tielemans, we've not brought any players in. I think if we had a good transfer window, and then this performance like this, then I'll be like, okay, he's a dead man walking. But I think it'll be a bit harsh at this point to say Brendan out because of what's happened behind closed doors this past few weeks. Hopefully, I think we bought a third keeper. Would you count that as a signing? I'm not sure, but we did sign a third keeper. We've had 2 deals, 2 contract extensions with Beasley Hall and Vardy. So we have done business, but we need a first team player to come in for me and make the difference. Brentford have just scored 1 back against Fulham. That's the recent score. But at Leicester City, it is looking like we're going into the halftime interval 0-0. I think that's it. I think we've got a lot of players. Like Paris is a striker, but we've had to use him as a right wing because you've got Vardy, Daka, and Iheanacho. But Paris is not going to go for any of them. And then, so he has Paris as a right winger. I do think that Vardy's not having, apart from the first 5 minutes, Vardy's had nothing. I've not mentioned Vardy at all since the first 5 minutes. So I do think there's a bit of that. But second half, we get to bring on players like Daka, a bit of pace. So hopefully that is better for the second half. And it is now half time at the King Power and Leicester City 0, Southampton 0. I forgot to bring up the scores actually. Let's do that. So it is half time at the KP. Let's invite people to come on and say their opinions. I think that's the frustrating part, Greg, for me. Sometimes we look really, really decent. Sometimes we look like, yes, this is the old Leicester. And sometimes we just look like a championship club, like with the amount, with the quality of play. I'm like, this isn't the Premier League level. This won't look good. So if you want to come on, you're more than welcome. I've put the link out there. For anyone to come along and join me, please, you're absolutely welcome to. I've been on my own for so long. In fact, what was actually, since the link is not out, since the link is out and then was coming on, I'm going to take a 5-minute break and I'll be back in 5 minutes to go a quick drink and a loo break. Hello, I needed a quick break, so thank you for people who did stay. Just needed a quick 5-10 minutes just to have a drink, get some necessities. But yeah, I am back. Let's look at the comments if anyone said anything. Nope, I do not go for a pint. It's talking for 45 minutes is a long thing, but you know, get Perez off or Brighton on. I think we do need a change at half time. I don't know what it would be, but I think we need something to spice things up. Maybe Daka on or Iheanacho on, that would help. Yeah, I agree. I think the first few games are vital, and I think we need to win this. We really need to win this. Roger's tactically naive. Well, if we go out and do the exact same thing as we did here, I mean, the first half we're going to lose. We are going to lose because it always happens in the 70th minute. We'll make a change in the 60th minute, even if Southampton make 3, we'll make any change to the 60th minute, and they'll be too late. I think, yeah. Let's see if Rodgers makes the right decision. Well, let's hope he doesn't make one substitution in 90 minutes. We need to make substitutions. Nacho Maddison works much better. I think we need another holding player or a player that can shoot, because Perez has played really well, as Gray has said, but we need someone with more ability to shoot from maybe Nacho on. It does feel like one of those games I could just see it written all over the stars. I did predict 2-1. That's my prediction, 2-1. But it just seems like one of those games where it'll be an 80th minute and we'll just concede. Chelsea next. No, this is why we have to win this. If we don't win this game against Chelsea, 1 point out of 4 games. Nah, that's not good at all. That's relegation form. That's not good. That's not good at all. I give everyone, the game's about to kick off, but I give everyone one last chance to come on if they want to say a quick word before we start the second half. Again, I'll be a few minutes behind everybody else, so do bear with me. But no, it looks like Michael is not going to be joining me today, so it will just be me for the whole stream. Hopefully, I don't lose my voice, but hey ho. If we look at Vardy, often is the last 18 months we've played to his strengths, not often. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't think we've played. I don't know if we've not played players to their true potential, or I don't know. It's just something not clicking at the moment with the club. It has been for the last year or so. If we don't get into a rut, we don't want to be a team where it's hard to find a win and be like 4 or 5 games without a win, because that's when it can potentially become relegation form. But with teams like Southampton, we need to be beating teams like this to be out of that position. And Southampton know how to beat us. They've proved it. We can't score the way we're playing. So if we say it's like this, then it will most likely will lose. But we've got to change things up. Hopefully, Brendan does make some changes, especially tactically more than anything, because I know he won't bring anybody on. But hopefully something does happen. Because looking at the stats, we've had 5 shots, they've had 2. We've had none on target, they've had 1. We've had 71% possession, they've had 29. We've had double the amount of passes. So again, the stats all in our favour. But does it mean, does it mean anything? No. The one thing that does matter is still 0-0. I'm not getting any comments in, so it's half time. Not supposed to talk about. So, if you're Brendan Rodgers right now, would you make a change at half time? Would you make a change now? I don't know if I would. I think give it 5-10 minutes, then make a change. I think let the game settle, maybe change things tactically in the first, and then in the first 5-10 minutes after we change things tactically, doesn't work, then make a change. Or Brighton on for Perez. Maybe Perez has looked decent, but maybe we need more consistency on the wing. Yeah, exactly. We don't ever take, the only player that does take these chances is Tielemans, and he's on the bench. Tielemans sometimes just whacks it, and again last year against Brentford, he scored an absolute worldie, which won us the game. So we need to take these chances, and at the moment, it just looks like we will need to wait for an obviously blaring tap in to score. And that's why we've been tackled against and blocked, because it's so easy to predict the shot and block it or defend it. Or Brighton on, please. If you're part of the Leicester City fan chat, then you would know about the chats that have been going on. Everyone's been saying Paris has been all right. But I don't know what I would change. Yeah, very rarely Sodidi's got a shot, but we have kicked off in the second half. It's still Leicester City 0, Southampton 0. We are back, and it's Leicester City who have started off the second half. We have the ball. Hopefully, it stays that way for a while. Nacho in for Perez now. That could be a shout. We'll have two up front, and maybe run the midfield a bit. I could see that happen. I could see that working. Fofana and Tielemans not in the first team squad, and we look better. But indeed, speaking of Ndidi, he has given away a free kick to Southampton just after the halfway line. So potentially dangerous position if they whip it into the middle. Definitely a free kick very late. Let's see if it. Oh no, it is on the halfway line, so it's hopefully not too dangerous. But we're kicking from right to left in the second half. We're kicking from right to left from the camera view, obviously, and that's if you're in the stadium, it could be from left to right. But from the camera view, it's right to left. But we've been sloppy. We've given the ball away twice now, as Southampton's throwing in the halfway line. If Nacho comes on Perez, that means Maddison goes on the right and he's wasted there. Yeah, Maddison is vital to be in the middle. We need Maddison in the middle. He's one who supports Vardy in the first few minutes. He was there, but trying to hoof it onto Vardy in the middle of the pitch. Was he fouled? He was not fouled. Apparently, Vardy did not get fouled outside the box, and it's Southampton have it on the right hand side. And then Southampton player is down from trying to tackle Vardy. Leicester had the ball on the right hand side with Castagna. Castagna passed it back to Maddison. Maddison back to, of course, Amati and Evans. Excuse me. Trying to whip it through to the right, but not working. Southampton are sitting at the back, parking the bus, try to counter-attack, and Amati and Evans are on it. Amati has the ball and is pushed over. That should be a Leicester City free kick. It is. Well, Southampton, a good result for Southampton here is a draw, but we need a win, and hopefully Brendan Rodgers just to make a 60th or 70th minute change. One change, and it doesn't make any more. We need to make changes soon in order to make the team, change it, spice it up. But no, just Amati giving the ball away again on the right hand side for Southampton throw in. Head it straight back at Southampton, another Southampton throw. Yeah, we need. Yeah, we're too safe, and the problem is, even if we do play safe, well, we are very vulnerable to a counter attack because we haven't got the fastest centre half. So, yeah, but we're not. We're not. It's looking a very, very even game. But Southampton on the counter attack on the right hand side, no one's there to stop him. He's got the whole pitch to himself. He's going to lap over to the right, cross into the middle. Amati clears. Vardy comes back. Perez has the ball. Tries to pass it back to Castagna. Castagna has it. And it should be a Leicester City free kick. And it is. So, yeah, defended that quite well. But we're not putting our... Oh, there is a photo of Fofana in the stands with his wife. Fofana is at the ground with his wife, but not playing. And he's having a great time laughing around with his partner. Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. Tries to cut into the middle, but blocked. And it stays in for a less... Oh, keeper catches it. It's going to be out for Leicester's corner, but he couldn't get there. He got there in time to save it. But yeah, Fofana is at the ground. What do you guys make of that? But he is at the ground. Well, Kushti. We do like better as a back four because the wing backs can go forwards and help the midfield out. If we love a back three, we look more vulnerable. So yeah, I do agree. We look better with a back four than we do a back three. But at the moment, we just have the ball in our half. Pass it down the line, but Tuesday Hall couldn't get there in time. And Southampton kick it back for a Leicester City throw-in. I don't think Fofana will stay. I think he's gone. I think his attitude stinks. And I think Josie will snap him up soon. Perez is trying to make his way into the middle, but we can't. We cannot get into the final third and have a clean shot. We're trying to hoof it up, but it's not working. Every time we get the ball, they're just closing in on us. No, Southampton, we tried to play on the right side, but Southampton forced into their corner, tried to hoof it out, but we couldn't. We still have the ball in the centre of the half. We've got all the possession. We've got all the passes, but we've got no goals. Nothing to show for it. Maybe he's... I don't know. I don't know. There's a Leicester City free kick. Southampton are giving away a free kick. I don't understand, though. He will be polyfiller for Chelsea. Money. Money. Looks like Maddison's going to take it. He's rubbing his leg. Looks like he might be injured, but I don't think so. Hopefully not. Maddison's about to take the corner. The free kick. Can't go right. Takes the free kick. What a goal! It's in! What a free kick by James Maddison. Bottom right corner. Brilliant goal by James Maddison. Excellent free kick. That means it's Leicester City 1, Southampton 0. What a great free kick by James Maddison over the players, bottom right corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. What a free kick. Perfectly taken, just over the wall, back down. No chance for the keeper. Right, bottom left, no chance. Brilliant. Leicester City on the board. That's why you don't give Maddison those chances. That's why Maddison's key. What a goal. Come on, let's keep this up, boys. Let's not throw it away again like we did against Brentford. Let's win this. Come on. But as advertised on the screen for me, it's the 30th year of the Premier League. Has anybody watched our, Leicester City's Premier League winning video released by the Premier League on YouTube? It is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend any of you to watch it. It is tear-jerking. It really is. It reminded me of all the memories I had from that amazing year. You know, all the stressful games and all that sort of time. You know, brilliant video. So highly, if you want to watch a few videos, go for that one. When the attack again with Perez on the right side trying to cut his way in, Maddison's got the ball again, but it's tackled and it's picked up by Ndidi in the centre half. Passed it back to Evans. Evans back to, I think that's Amati. Amati to Castagna. Castagna to Justin. Flings it back to Johnny Evans on the left hand in the middle of the pitch. Pass it back to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall to Barnes. Barnes to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall crossed it in, but a really bad cross. Hits a player instantly, but Dewsbury Hall trying to work his arse off to get the ball back, but you can't. And Southampton on the counter attack, but forced the bird back to their box. Tried to block it, but couldn't. Southampton on a counter attack on the right side of the pitch. Southampton still got the ball. Yeah, Morgan would be, he's the best captain I think we've ever had. Well, Schmeichel's been a really good captain, but, Morgan was just unreal. The way he dealt with the situation in the dressing room, and, he was excellent. He was excellent. Well defended by Harvey Barnes there. As came into the box, scooted the ball up and hoofed off the halfway line. Southampton had the ball again, but we stopped a blowing opportunity for an equalizer. But they have the ball back on the left hand side. And Marty just get megs easily. Just trying to defend it. He's zipping his way through, but can't get through. Passes through the middle, but blocked by Ndidi, but stopped in its tracks. On the left-hand side with Southampton again. Southampton tried to cross it through the middle, but they can't. Southampton is all Southampton the last 2 minutes. If we cannot get out of our area, this is the time where we make changes. We need changes. If everyone just hopes for a change, we will get it. We will get a change. We will get a substitution that will be positive, not a negative one like Vestergaard. In fact, what are our substitutions? I didn't put them on. I do apologise. What are our substitutions? We've got Soinchu, Tielemans, or Brighton, Iheanacho, Daka, Mendy, Pratt, Ireton, and Thomas. I would bring on Pratt, Mendy, and Daka. They'll be my 3 changes. Oh, we can make 5 changes, but they'll be my 3 certain changes for me. Great defending by Justin out for a Southampton corner. However, Leicester City fans are very nervous about corners. Who's really nervous now? Who's really nervous? We've scored now. This is where it gets really nervous as a Leicester fan. Southampton have made a change. Adams is on. Great clearance by Leicester City, and it is out for a Southampton throw in. Let's just go. Stores on the door. So Shane Adams is coming on for. I don't know who's coming on for Mara. Mara is off for Southampton for Shay Adams. So when is our first substitution, Brendan? Yeah, I agree, Grace. Scored the goal. Game done. But I can just see Southampton equalising. I can see it. We need a goal now. Apparently, it was a penalty. Maddison, apparently, there's a penalty appeal for Southampton, but the referee says it was a fair tackle. And it's out for another corner by Southampton. It is all Southampton. Where is the change? He was getting worried now. It's all Southampton at the moment. We need a change, Brendan Rodgers. This is. Oh my God! Please, let's get Southampton again. Corner after corner after corner. No, he doesn't. This is what's frustrating. We've had such a bad week. We get ourselves ahead, and we're not. We've got 5 substitutions to make. Where are the changes? It is all Southampton in the last 10 minutes since we scored. It's just been Southampton. Come on. Yeah, we need to push up. I agree, Mike. We need to push up. Okay, I've seen such a shootings come through now. Perez is off for Yuri Tillemans and Dackett is on for Jamie Vardy. There we go. Well, that's the first yellow card for Southampton. And there was a bad tackle from behind. This is what should the last in against Brentford, like for like changes, not taking off Dewsbury Hall for Daka, and then we have nothing in midfield. This is what we needed. Yeah, Yuri is coming on for Ianti Perez, and Vardy is off for Daka. Come on, Tielemans. Let's see your. Come on, show yourself, please. Prove yourself to Arsenal. Make yourself have a good performance. We need a first win of the season. Remember, we are on the halfway line as Leicester City throw-in for what I can see. I know people will be ahead of me by now. I know Wolford Adidas has committed a really bad tackle, but no, thankfully, no card given. Yeah, that is doesn't look like a nice tackle from Yuri Tielemans, but high foot, but it wasn't dangerous. There's a blank comment from Fran there. Hopefully it's not any bad news. Hopefully Southampton hasn't scored. Don't scare me, Fran. What is it? 1-1 now? Yeah, it's 1-1. I know it's going to happen. Let's see how they score then. Is it from a throw-in? Thrown into the middle. Shadden's open goal. Yeah, really bad defending. It is actually now classed as an own goal because it hit James Justin as it went in. I don't know how it could be an own goal because it had to. Yeah, I don't think it is an own goal because it had to. It was going to go in regardless. But we've still got enough time to get a winner. Let's have a look. Shea Adams. Shea Adams, yes, he was born in Leicester. Where was he born? It just says, yeah, he was born in Leicester. So let's see how we respond to that. No clean sheet for Leicester again. I've said it. I've said it, Sean, for a long time. This is going to be a very, very long season. I don't know what to do. I knew they were going to score. But so once I made two more, another change. Stuart Armstrong is off for Adam Armstrong. So I got to edit this. Oh dear. 20 minutes to go, and this is going to be now a fight to death for a draw now. And we are, with that draw, we are now 15th. If we can maintain a draw. He did Scott's little Wes to come to watch the game, but didn't want to be a part of it. We need to bring on more players. I've predicted this for so long. People were going on at me that we're going to finish 14th to 15th this season. I've predicted it all along. We just look flat now. As soon as we can see, we're flat. It was a great goal. Got worked so hard to get there, and then all of a sudden, we had the lead for 20 minutes, and it's gone down the drain. And now we look like the team where it's like Southampton. This is what you need to beat Leicester. Frustrate us, stay back for ages, wear us out, then counter attack score. I said all along, sell for fun, sell Tielemans, and build up for next season. Brentford have scores on the doors. Crystal Palace are now beating Villa 3-1. Zaha scored 2 goals. Brentford have brought it back to a 2-2. Imagine if that happened to us as well. They come back from 2-0 down and come back to 2-2. Know the feeling, Fulham. Iheanacho is getting ready to come on, though. Iheanacho is getting ready to come on. I can't see many teams will beat easily. Is October 8th, Mike, when we're against October 8th. Well, we're going against Bournemouth away. Nacho's on for Barnes. And Patson Daka has already got a yellow card. Yay. Daka looks so good in pre-season. What's happened? Daka looks so good in pre-season. Why are you dreading October 8th, Mike? Is it the game against Bournemouth? I agree. Since we scored, we were a better team until we scored. After we scored, we've been absolutely rubbish. Southampton has stepped up a gear. We've gone down a gear. It looks opposite. Come on here, Kelechi. Come on, Kelechi. Come on. Almost 10 minutes to go, and Southampton have got a free kick. Great clearance. I think Nick, maybe freshen it up. Maybe Vardy, maybe Daka and Nacho would be a good combination. You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, yeah, we've played. Arsenal scored 4 against us. Luckily we got 2 back, but at this moment in time, we're just like one of those teams where we get a win. This is why we get the win, and then we can push on. We're really struggling. In fact, Southampton fans are loving it. We looked really rubbish. We've looked really rubbish. This is a team we scored 9-0 against. 2 seasons ago, we scored 9 against them, and now we're struggling to beat them. This is what I said. As soon as we scored, we need to make a change, but we waited for so long, and by the time I made the change, a minute later, they scored. Yeah, I agree, Nick. I thought it was going to be 2-1, but I think we're going to lose it 2-1. I've said this for so long, and everyone was saying, "Oh, don't hate on the team. Don't hate on the team." People in Leicester Fan TV. I'm not going to give names, but I predict it's going to Europe and top of the table, like top 6 or European football. I don't know. After seeing these performances, I don't know. I agree. They're still 15 minutes, but I can't see where that's going to come. I can't, and then also see where goals are going to come from. We've done nothing. We've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we bottle every game. We did it against Brentford. We didn't bottle against Arsenal because it's Arsenal, but like we were never winning at that point. But we did bottle the comeback. Got back to 2-1, 3-1. Go back to 3-2, 4-2. They can't keep. As soon as we score, I bet teams are like, "Oh, they've scored, great. Now we can go again. Now we can actually score easily." I think it's actually easier for them teams to score when we score. That's how bad it's gotten. We concede easier when we've scored. They did it against Claude Puel. They play rubbish. I don't know. Maybe Fofana might say if we get a new manager. I don't think that's going to happen, mate. I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think we're back to our old selves again. Back to our old selves. And it's sad that players do need might play badly to get Brendan Rodgers out, but if Brendan's not making himself any favours, like he's not doing substitutions. I was calling some substitutions 5 minutes before we did make a change, and we made them too late. Yes, we made a change before they scored, but you need a chance for the players to settle in. And as soon as we scored, it should have been a change. Yeah, the problem is we play well. The frustrating thing is, I know we can play well. It's not like we've always been poor. With this team, we can play well. That is the frustrating part, but we haven't done so. We play well this game at some moments, but we can't because we're so inconsistent. I think I don't know. I just understand what Brendan Rodgers sees in a lot of these players. I think he hasn't really got a choice. I think we wanted to make a change, but the board, I don't know if it's to do with financials or they didn't want to put the money in. I don't know, but we've had to stick the players we've got, and Brendan's got the players that we have, but it's what you do with them, and what he's doing with them isn't correct in some circumstances. Yeah, well, as soon as we conceded it, you just saw the passion, and you just saw the whole stadium go, oh, not again. Yeah, there was a dive from the Southampton player, so going. Yeah, it was an obvious dive. Donny Ward didn't even touch him. Yeah, he just fell over. Nick, is that true, or are you predicting that? Oh no, you're not lying. Yeah, it's 2-1. So, what is our defense like? What's happening? Indeed, he loses the ball in midfield. Southampton pass it back to the right. James Justin's there, tries to block it, passes it back, easy cross in, wide open, bang. That was an easy goal. What's Marty doing? He's not. He's just standing there. This is not looking good. Yeah. This isn't the club I recognise from. Like last season was difficult because all this. Oh, I can get away with it with all the injuries, but this season is looking like it's going to be a long one. Yeah, I don't feel good at all. Fans, when there's Leicester fans, I've not known any Leicester fan to leave the season early, and what a big group of them to leave before, well, since before we won the Premier League. I can't remember, but Southampton fans are loving it. This is tough. This is tough to be a Leicester fan at the moment. We're winning 1-0 up, and I didn't feel safe. As soon as we scored, we're in trouble. We're beating Brentford by 2-0. It's not being negative, I'm sorry. It's been truthful. I think we've been really. First half we were good. Second half we scored, and after that we've been awful. It's so sad. It is just so sad. This is relegation form now. I'm not joking. We are in a relegation form. I know we're 3 games in. We've got 1 point. We haven't lost just yet, but we're most likely going to be 1 point out of 3 games. People are saying we need to win the first 2 out of 3 games. So we're 5 points down for what it should be. I don't know. Sean, our next game is against. I think it's against Chelsea. We've got Stockport in the EFL Cup, then Chelsea next game. So Stockport's the next game. Hopefully, we should hopefully beat them. Might need our full strength team to beat Stockport, but yeah, I can't see us scoring any goals. I think the first half was good. I thought, every team in the Premier League is going to, fight back. It was frustrating. They sat back and we tried to get the ball, but I agree with Derek. Soon as we scored, we looked so poor. We were so poor. Just can't even see us beating Stockport. I don't know. Was sacking Brendan? I don't know how much it will cost to sack him, but you know. Yeah, we're playing one game a week now. We're with the same tactically as it was last season. I remember people coming playing against Leicester a few seasons ago, and we were so on top, and now it's just. The fans aren't happy. Some players aren't happy. It's not a happy camp at Leicester at the moment. It's not a happy camp at Leicester at the moment. I can see us getting relegated if this stays up. If this keeps up, I can see us getting relegated. We're now sat 17th, 1 point above the relegation zone. If West Ham or Man United win or draw, we will be in the relegation zone. I agree, Lee, and the ref has been a bit meh, but you can't blame this at all on the referee. He's been all right, but you know. I don't know. It just looked so poor. As soon as we scored, we just looked awful. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. There you go. That's better. Maddison's been booked for holding onto a player. I think so, Kevin. Yeah, I think it's not fair. Like in some respects, Brendan Rodgers would have been. Yeah, he had the team plan in the middle of the week. He said, "Right, this is the team." If Fafana goes off, and then he has to make a choice between, his defenders. I don't know. There's absolutely nothing. Can't pass or keep the ball to save our lives. It's just been flat the second half. The first half were brilliant. Well, not brilliant, but the first half was decent, and we scored a goal. And after the goal, we've just been so poor. stadium's pretty much empty now. Looking at the pitch. And that is full time. It is Leicester City 2, Southampton 1. I'll read a few comments, and I'm going to end the stream. You know, I don't like. I hate saying bad stuff about Leicester. I love Leicester to pieces, you know, but when performances are like this, it's just, I'm not like, you know, stuff like this happens. And, you know, in a bit of a rut at the moment as a club, we've come back from so much. We've come back from horrible situations. You know, we got promoted to League One, we got relegated to League One, we came back, we lost against Watford in that playoff game. We came back, got relegated. We came back. We then lost Vichai. We came back. So we always come back. We've come back loads of times from downs in the club. This is another down. This will be, you know, this is the down point for the club at the moment, and we will bounce back. It might take some time. We might get relegated before then, but you know, it happens. It happens. Yeah, there's not 3 teams worse than us. Only sort of see how things can improve. The sequel, Great Escape. The season will be great. Be Great Escape again. Hopefully not. I don't think we'll get relegated, but we've got to improve our form soon. There are certain problems we have. Yeah, I agree. There is certainly a problem. I always will have hope. I'll always say, "Oh, this isn't going to happen," but yeah, Ivan's going to be looking at us again. What's happened to that club? We were one of the best ranked clubs. We were like the best prospect clubs to be breaking into the top 6. But I think it's all just a big mess. But yeah, I think the second half was shocking. First half was decent. Got a goal, but then after the goal, we were just absolutely awful. You know, but I'm going to end the stream here. Jamie shows the famous aftermath shows tomorrow with Jamie at 9:30. He will want to get everyone's views in. I'm guessing he wants to speak his mind as well. Don't you worry. He will be speaking his mind. Then we've got Phil's show on Monday evening again, which will be discussing this loss and protecting the games coming this week. But thank you so much, all of you, for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV.
It's the wrong one. Need this one.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everard's, Pucka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newbie & Co Estate Agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.